Should I go back? Hi, this is my first post here. I'll get straight to the story. Me 22M and her 22F. I dated my girlfriend for 5 years. We were high school sweethearts. After the 2-year mark, I started smoking weed. She was an OKW and she had to force herself to be with me. I hurt her and lied to her about weed. At one point, before she moved to the States, she resented me so much that she stopped caring for me. And she wanted to hurt me, emotionally, because I hurt her. She danced with another guy during a performance to hurt me. It's safe to say at that point she completely stopped caring. Then she moved to the States to pursue college. After moving here, she got a guy best friend, and she wouldn't stop talking about her. And the way they talked, I felt like she had a crush on him. So I broke up with her. Then a year later, I also moved to California, different city than her. In hopes of pursuing her BCZ, I had realized my mistakes. I thought that she didn't start dating that guy, or they didn't do anything. So it must have been nothing. After coming here, I reached out. We started dating. But she wasn't satisfied with me. She used to compare me with that guy as if he was the ideal. That time I was going through an eye surgery, but couldn't go to her CZ. She poked at my insecurities. And because of that, I became distant and started growing resentment towards her. I told her many times that you wasn't comfortable with how close she is to that guy. And throughout the past 1.5 years, every single one of our fights were about that guy. Every time she promised me she would create distance. But whenever I visited her, I felt like she was putting up a front when that guy was there. She seemed unnatural. And during the last 1.5 years, I treated her really bad. I gave her relationship anxiety. I had my share of faults. But she constantly insisted that the guy and her were platonic. She used to gaslight me into thinking that I'm being insecure, that it's in my head. Then 3 months ago, I told her that I realize how we are stuck in a toxic cycle. And I want to love her the way she needs it, but for that I need to know how she is with that guy when I'm not there. I told her about how she put up a front. So I went on a trip with her friends, and on the trip she told me she wouldn't put up a front. I realized that they were closer than I thought. She talked to him in her baby voice. She had little to no boundaries with him. Seeing that I couldn't take it and broke up with her after we came back. Then 2 months go by, and I reach out CZ, I need to get my stuff back from her. And on my way to visit another city, stopped by her house. We fought and then we hooked up. After coming back, I couldn't stop thinking about her, and we started talking. She told me that the guy isn't platonic her, and she understands that now. Apparently during the LA fire, that guy came over along with her friends. She napped with him on her bed, but she tells me there was a pillow in between. And at night they slept again, but when she woke up, there was no pillow between them. She and her friends went on a trip, and on the way back, she lay her head on his lap. She says her stomach was hurting. She has bad PCOS. And then when he dropped her, he tried to kiss her, but she says she moved away. All these sound like she's lying and is hiding so much more. But she told me she'll give me proof, recording of her confrontation with that guy. Also during this time, we were both single, but even then allowing that guy for whom we broke up. Talking to her makes me feel like she doesn't want to come back because she thinks she might hurt me all her unhealed trauma. I told her that I realized how much I wanted her and only her to be my wife. I told her that we will work on our traumas while building that foundation of trust together. But I have boundaries as well. I need to know that they didn't do anything physical. I told her I need to know that she didn't like him, that she didn't hook up or kiss or even cuddle. And she told me she can give me proof. I told her that even after the proof, I'll need a polygraph test. She tells me that she is willing to take that polygraph test. I want to be with her. I started the cycle by smoking weed and not paying attention to her needs, but I want to break that cycle. I'll be able to build the foundation for trust if she gives me proof. If she does that, I'll leave the past in the past. I'll consciously trust her and consciously make efforts to understand and do all the things that we needed to escape the toxic cycle. My mind still thinks of the what-ifs. What if she lied? What if she did something? That's why I proposed the polygraph. To permanently put ghosts from the past to rest. And if we both heal and change our bad habits/trauma, I feel like we might work out. Because she loves me, and I love her too. I propose that we should go no contact and work on ourselves after she gives me the proof. And then gradually we start talking once or twice a week and meet when we tackled the main issues/traumas that held our relationship back. And after building that foundation, we meet. take the polygraph, and then start dating like normal. I'm scared if taking the polygraph would be starting on the wrong foot again. But she says that she understands that I need that polygraph to be able to trust her again. What do you guys think? Anyone went through a similar experience? I'm confused on if I'm making the right decision. Is this relationship even savable? Any advice going forward? I sound very codependent and sound like I center my world around her. Both of which are true. And that's why we're going no contact and building ourselves up. I recognize which areas I need to change in my life.